All right, so we've got Good Fortune, written and directed by Aziz Ansari in his directorial debut. Now, I'm a big fan of Aziz Ansari, Seth Rogen, and Keanu Reeves. So as soon as I heard that this movie even existed, I was super excited about it. I also found the premise of this movie, a guy down on his luck, an angel comes down to intervene and show him that money isn't everything. He gives him money, and it turns out money kind of solves most of his problems. I thought that premise was like inherently funny, so I couldn't wait to see this movie. To me, this movie just really felt like some of those old school comedies that we used to get. 40-Year-Old Virgin, Superbad, and that whole kind of Judd Apatow period. I think the performances in the movie were also great. You've got Aziz Ansari and Seth Rogen, and they kind of deliver what you would expect them to. It's always kind of a treat when Keanu Reeves steps into more comedic roles, and this movie was no exception. I think he was kind of the standout in the movie. He definitely has some of the most funny scenes in the film as the angel Gabriel. His character is kind of like an embodiment of a golden retriever, kind of fish out of water, and I really got a kick out of his character throughout the movie. My only real critique of this movie is that I think it has some pacing issues. The movie itself is only like an hour and a half, though at times it feels like it's a long movie. But honestly, that's just me kind of nitpicking. It never gets to a point where it really detracts from the movie itself. It's not egregiously slow or too long. There are just certain points in the movie where the flow isn't as great as it could have been. It kind of dips in momentum a little bit, but it usually does pick back up. And overall, it didn't really ruin my experience with the movie. I've said it before, but comedy is one of the most subjective genres of movies. Everyone has a different sense of humor. What I think is funny, you might not think is funny, and vice versa. But to me, I really enjoyed this movie. It surprisingly had a lot of heart. I thought it was really funny. It had some really warm moments in it too. I definitely would recommend you go out and give it a chance, if for no other reason that we don't really get a ton of comedies in theaters anymore. If you're a fan of Aziz, Keanu, Seth Rogen, definitely go out and see this in theaters. Everyone in my theater was eating it up and cracking up throughout the whole movie. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie, but I'm curious to hear what you guys thought. Have you had a chance to go and see Good Fortune? If so, hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. And with that said, I'm out of here, guys.